In Kearney Plaza, Chase peered down at Lucas, who had just been roughly thrown at his feet by Tim moments earlier. He watched as Lucas's head bobbed in fear. From below, Lucas dared not look up, but he could feel Chase's eyes burning holes in the top of his head. It was a warm, wet summer night, but he couldn't help but shiver. The two of them remained in silence for what seemed to him like an eternity. Finally, Chase broke the silence. "Why did you come for me? Who sent you?" It was Lucas's turn to speak. "Mr. Rothman," he said, his eyes still cast down. "Forgive me. It was a mistake." "I didn't ask for your apologies," said Chase sternly. "I asked why you did it. I want to know who sent you." "Jenny Curtin," Lucas said with a sigh. He added, "She called me, crying. She said that you had embarrassed her. She wanted you to be taught a lesson. I was unaware who you were when I agreed to it." Chase was silent. Lucas didn't know what else to do but beg for mercy. "Mr. Rothman, please, I only sent people after you at her command. What can I do to right this wrong?" "Jenny?" Chase thought to himself. "The salesperson from the Volkswagen dealership? She kicked me out of her shop. She bullied me." His heart turned ice cold. He would deal with Jenny later. "No need," he finally replied. "I'd rather focus on you." Lucas was stunned. His body went limp as he prepared for Chase to pass his final judgment. "From today onwards, you work for me. Everything you own belongs to me," Chase said. The deal was satisfactory. He knew he had no other choice. "Yes, sir," he agreed. Chase delivered his first command. "Your job is to protect my wife. You will be her bodyguard. You will protect her life with yours. This is non-negotiable. Do you understand?" "Yes, sir," said Lucas. As far as assignments go, he'd done worse. Without waiting for a reply, he ran to the courtyard, grateful he would live to see another day. With that, Chase gestured to Tim that it was time to leave. "Mr. Rothman," said Tim, "why give him this job? Why not punish him and be done with him?" "It wasn't his fault," Chase replied. "He was just following orders, albeit bad ones. I won't punish someone out of proportion with their offense." Tim nodded his head in understanding. They both looked up to the sky and watched as it began to rain again. The day's events were finally at an end. Perhaps the rain would wash everything clean. At this moment, Chase's phone suddenly rang. His father-in-law's voice rang out loud and cold through the speaker. "Chase, get to the hospital right away. There are some things we need to discuss." The call went dead. Chase stood there, frozen in place. He knew Jean didn't have anything nice to say. This wasn't going to be a pleasant visit. He sighed. It looked like the storm was only the beginning. Without another word, he hopped back into the front of the motorcade and had Tim return him to the hospital. Minutes later, walking into the hospital room, Chase saw Celia lying on the bed. She was asleep, and her face was pale and tired. As he tried to move towards her bed, his path was blocked by Patricia, who put her whole body in his way and her face inches from his. "How dare you come here after what you've done?" she hissed. "Look at her. She's barely made it through. If anything happens to her..." She trailed off. Chase didn't say a word. He only stood there looking at Celia. Now it was Jean's turn to confront Chase. He walked over to his wife and put his arm around her. His tone was cold as he said to Chase, "We've all been through a trauma, so I won't beat around the bush. I want you to divorce my daughter. This is not a request. This is an order. She deserves better than you. You may not have tortured yourself, but we all know it was your fault." Chase's face immediately fell. "Dad," he said. Why don't we wait to discuss this until Celia is awake? It's her decision to make. Jean's face turned red with fury. Never call me Dad. Celia is my daughter, and it is my responsibility to take care of her. So I'm making the decision for her. No. Chase stood his ground. Unless Celia personally says the words to me, I will never divorce her. Don't you think you've caused enough pain? Sobbed Patricia. You've never been good enough for her. Celia went against our wishes anyway, and now our daughter is sick. And she works herself to death to pay for her hospital bills. What have you been doing? And now look at her. She's lucky she's alive. How can you believe that you're good for her? Chase was once again silent. Patricia could barely stand. She was both so furious and so worried about her daughter. She wavered and clung onto her husband for support. Jean continued for her. Chase, my wife has said everything that needs to be said. She believes that even though you've never shown in interactions, you love Celia, and that pleading with you to leave will be enough. But I know differently. What do you want? Money? How much will you take for you to leave my daughter in peace? Jean interpreted Chase's silence as tacit consent as he made an offer. Would $200,000 be enough? The silence in the room was interrupted by Cicely and Quentin's arrival. Cicely nodded at her father, and it became clear to Chase that the family was all in agreement. This was an intervention on Celia's behalf. Cicely spoke first. I know you love my sister, but over the past few years, Chase, you know you haven't provided for her and your daughter like you should have. Celia has no future with you. If you really love her, then let her go. Take the $200,000 and start again somewhere new. While Cicely's words were said gently, Chase knew her better than that. He could see her staring at him in disgust. Next to her, Quentin flashed a sheepish grin. Chase, look at the facts, man. Everyone here thinks you're not any good for her. Isn't it possible that they might be right?
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.